No discussion, call the roll.
Councilor Thomas? Yay. Councilor Graham?
Yeah.
Council Vice President King?
Yay.
And Council President Wheeler.
Yay.
Okay, ordinance number 1516 has passed.
Ordinance number 1616.
Okay, ordinance 1616 is also an emergency. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Cuyahoga Soil and Water Conservation District for the purpose of providing technical assistance in implementing soil and water conservation measures in order to implement the public involvement and public education pipe requirement under the Ohio EPA municipal separate storm sewer discharge and S4 permit and declaring an emergency. Requested by Mayor Gary Norton Jr. and sponsored by Councilor Joy N. Graham.
Councilwoman Graham, Mr. Beard, your name, what's your pleasure?
Move that ordinance 16-16 be adopted.
Move any second. Move a second. Any discussion? No further discussion, call the roll.
Councilor Thomas?
Yay.
Councilor Graham?
Yeah.
Council Vice President King?
Yay.
And Council President Wheeler.
Yay.
Okay, ordinance 1616 passed. Okay, ordinance number 1716 is also an emergency. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with the OHM advisors of 6650 West Snowville Road, Suite A in Brecksville, Ohio, 44141, in coordination with the Cuyahoga Soil and Water Conservation District, the Cuyahoga County Board of Health, and the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District for the purpose of preparing the stormwater management plan in coordination with the Cuyahoga Soil and Water Conservation District, the Cuyahoga County Board of Health, and the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District in order to meet the Ohio EPA municipal separate stormwater discharge MS4 permit requirements and declaring an emergency. Requested by Mayor Gary Norton Jr. and sponsored by Council President Thomas J. Wheeler.
Council President, ordinance bears your name. What is your pleasure?
I move for its adoption.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Can we get a discussion on this one?
Yeah, you all, let's step back up and explain it again.
Sure.
Both of us or just one?
No, we just had to talk in general, so we have a formal.
There are some sheets up there. One of them looks like this one. This is the Reader's Digest version of why we have to do this and what it's about. In general, there is the EPA is making the cities put together a stormwater management plan. This plan covers the 6 things listed down here toward the bottom. First thing is education or public education and outreach. Then there's also public participation and involvement, illicit discharge detection and elimination, construction site runoff control, post-construction runoff control, and pollution prevention, good housekeeping. What this plan will do is it'll put together a path that the city will follow for the next 4 years or so. And it has things in it, as kind of mentioned here, it'll talk about how you're going to educate your public. So for that one, we would have to reach out to Soil and Water Group. They would say, hey, this is how we're going to handle it, this is things, ideas we have, this is what we're going to do, and all that would become part of this plan. And then each year, there's a yearly update that has to be turned into the EPA. And all that yearly update does is says, yes, we achieved this goal, or we did not achieve the goal, and this is how we're going to try to achieve it as time continues to go on. So again, this plan is just like a roadmap, gets you from having nothing to start doing something, and then starting to make progress with your citizens and the city in general to help to control pollution, stormwater pollution.
Questions on that?
We heard it.
You ready? Okay, so one more time for the person who came in late. So that I'm sure what it is that's going on here. This is mandated by the Ohio EPA.
Correct.
It's part of the Clean Lake.
Yes, you're thinking right. It's clean water in general.
So all of the cities have to do this. How many
With a
cities?
certain population.
How many cities have complied with this already?
A lot. I won't say how many.
How many have?
You're probably one of the few that have not yet.
Okay, so we're probably one of the few that have not.
Correct.
Okay, and so again, this money is coming out of the fees. So this money to pay for this
Yeah.
is coming out of the fees from the sewer district.
Correct. Community cost share program.
There it is.
Yes.
I wanted to get those things out again.
Sure. Okay.
Which
Yeah,
currently we have
it's-
roughly $60,000 in here.
There's roughly $60,000 in there. I gave the information to your finance director.
Okay.
And it's a reimbursement. So the city would pay for it first, fill out some paperwork, and then get reimbursed from the sewer district.
Oh, good. Is there anything else that you think I should know about this?
No.
All right.
What does OHM stand for? What's the acronym stand for? OHM.
It's Orchard, Hiltz, and McClement.
Okay, so you're just the planners as far as implementing this.
Correct. Yeah, we put it together. We're a architectural engineering and planning firm. We have 10 offices. Far south is Nashville, 7 up in Michigan, 1 here in Brecksville, and then 1 in Columbus. Roughly 400-person firm. We do, I'm going to say we do it all, but any engineering, architectural, planning type things. I mentioned earlier, before you two showed up, that we are currently in Garfield Heights and Newburgh Heights. And one of our good successes is Garfield Heights, so if anyone wants to talk to that mayor, I'm sure he'd be excited to talk to you. Mayor Kalova.
Okay. Hey, Finance Director, you want to chime in on that?
I just, since you came in, I had made some comments earlier. The whole purpose of doing this is so that, you know, we stay in good stead with the EPA. As you remember, they were here at a council meeting back in the spring, and they were saying, you know, that we had to do all of these things. And it's very complicated to us, and
Yes.
not to insult you, but
Yes.
it's complicated to us to not, because, you know, these people know what the steps are that we have to go through in order to be in compliance, and that's why we would, you know, we're hoping that council approves bringing them in so that we can avoid litigation on from the EPA.
And not only do they know what the steps are, they know how to do the steps.
Right.
Technically and experience-wise. They are engineers and architects.
Thank you, Law Director. At our last meeting, there was a company